Alright, what's up YouTube, I'm 40. We're going to be starting my new favorite segment, the top 5 reasons why I don't want to play 60 card Infernoids. I'm going to be going through here and showcasing some of the hands I've actually seen with this brick, and just for your viewer pleasure, and just showcase some of these. So we're actually going to start with number 5 here. So bear with me. Some of these are going to have to be reconstructed, but let's bear with us. So this was a hand I actually had Thursday night in testing. I looked at this hand, I'm like, wow, this is really cool. So my line of play was normal summon Raiden, activate Raiden. I milled this and this. So this is my graveyard. I'm like, wow, okay, let's try to get further into the deck. So activated Reasoning. My friend calls 1 because of fear of Decatron. We actually hit the Fairy Tale Snow. I'm like, okay. So instead of making Omega, we overlaid. We made Minerva. We detached Snow. And we milled 1. We milled 2. And we milled 3. So, what a fucking brick. Yes, you do have access to the Fairy Tale Snow, but the rest of your hand, at most you can put this on the board by banishing this, and then the ending result here of this brick is a Fairy Tale in hand, Snow in graveyard with 6 other targets, which you can, if you need to, you can invoke the Snow here and overlay into another potential rank 4, or you can save this, keep the Snow in your hand, and see what you mill with the Minerva. God, this deck hates me so much. Well, this was the 5th worst hand I've actually seen in this deck. I can't wait to showcase the other 4. Alright, we're going to talk about the 4th worst hand that I've actually seen playing this deck. So my opponent had Broadable and Dryden on the field. My hand was Raiden, Galaxy Cyclone, Reasoning, BTS, Lila, and our draw for turn was Raiden. I always feel good seeing this board. So we wanted to make an actual chance to attempt to do something here. So we actually normal summon Raiden. I'm like, okay, sure. Let's see what we can do here. We milled Patchouli and the Harvest, which actually isn't terrible. I was like, okay, if we can hit something good off of the Reasoning, we'll get something. So I activate Reasoning. My opponent calls 4 because Fairy Tale Snow is absolutely a really good card. And bada bing, bada boom, Void Seer, Maxi. So at this point in time, literally, this is what we have that we can work with. And this is our hand, and obviously, you know, you can resolve the Maxi attack mode. At this point, I think I actually put it in defense mode and immediately scooped because I was frustrated. This hand was fucking stupid. Obviously, you can have Raiden attack into the Dryden, forcing the immediate detach to destroy Raiden. Maxi can clear over. I have a BTS to answer whatever, but the problem with this deck is even if this is the board I have, see, like with these set, at most I'll be able to negate 1 key piece and they can overlay over with it. It's obviously one of the reasons why I don't like BTS in this deck, but for testing purposes, you know, it was there, it was very fun, but at least you can answer a Dryden with this hand, but it's still pretty fucking bad on paper. So, and that was the 4th hand. Alright, so we're going to showcase the 3rd worst hand I've actually seen. I was out here test rolling this deck a little bit ago. Just had a board up before the video, and this is actually the hand I saw. Now, this was not in order. I beg you to differ. So, 2 left arm offerings, it's not terrible. I'm like, okay. Burial, Dark Hole, and a 3rd left arm offering. So, you're just like, well, since I can't set anything, left arm offering, banish. Alright, 55 card deck. Any hand where I have to just go into left arm offering is terrible, especially going first. So 54 now physically shown. So 54, we're going down to 35. 30, or 54, 53, 52, 51, 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41, 39. Yeah, 38, 37, 36, 35. Yeah, we just stop here. So yeah, 53 or 54, 53, 52, 51, 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41, 40, 39, 38, 37, 36. There we go. Now our deck size is the same. So the good thing with this though is I still consider this a terrible hand because we do have a Cyclone, we have our access to a BTS, which is really good, and we have a Snow with the lawn mowing. But for the most part, you're only going to be able to recruit Deviati on your turn. Yes, this is you going first, and you're going to have access to one Snow. If your opponent has a way to bait this out with something like Triangle or excuse me, Barrage or something like that, then you're still going to have a relatively hard time playing down. And it's really a sad point in this game while playing this deck. Anytime I see like multiple left arm offerings, I want to cry on the inside. But this hand can still get you there. I still consider it the number 3 on my list because an initial starting hand, this is fucking awful. But you know, the deck can still get you there on really terrible hands. Remember, just because a deck looks terrible on paper doesn't mean it isn't good. So this is number 3 on our fucking fun list. Alright, the second worst hand I've actually had the honor of playing. So my opponent, of course, has Drident on board with a barrier and a warning. So nothing too Spice-Reno here. My opening hand, Seer, Vanishment, Seismitus, Lila, Sealy, and Fairy Tale Snow. So I look at this hand, I'm like, alright, the first play we're going to make is Void Vanishment, make an attempt to discard our good fucking friend, this guy. Now you guys can argue this play. My line of thinking here was I wanted to auto force the thing here, and you can also argue that if we do this, Drident pops this, I won't get to resolve my search. You could also argue that I could commit my normal summon to the Snow to flip this down, but he did have the warning, which is kind of one of the downsides to playing this deck. You know, especially when you open up just brick, enough bricks to open a fucking, you know, a store here. You know, like, it's all just sad. But he ended up using Broadbolt to destroy this. Since this stupid thing has this retired effect that I can't normal summon for the rest of this turn except for Infernoid monsters, this doesn't even get to happen, sadly. So Yu-Gi-Oh's just too good. But I mean, this is what happens when you go second with this deck and you don't open up your very good cards, unfortunately. So yeah, this was the second worst hand I've seen, guys. Wait till you see the first. Like, oh. Alright, we've finally reached it, guys. The worst hand I've had while playing this. This is number 1 on my shit list because fucking 60 cards is too good. So, Dark Hole, Reasoning, Patchouli, Monster Gate, and Reasoning. Now you're looking at this hand, you're like, wow, you opened up the one-ofs. So fucking good. Till you see what actually happens. So this actually happened. Bear in mind, these aren't fucking made-up stories. Raiden, Effect, Mill Void Imagination, and Void Feast. I'm like, wow. Alright, whatever. So my next line of thinking is, alright, we're going to activate Reasoning. Reasoning, my opponent declared 1. I don't know why everyone's afraid of Decatron. We actually hit the Snow. I'm like, wow, you know, like, we can get some recursion here. We can really start to get this engine going. I'm like, okay, well, we're going to Monster Gate away the Snow. And then this happens. Yup. This is the reason why I don't want to play fucking, 60 cards anymore. Like, I'm sick of this. Like, fucking get out of here. So, that's my experience with 60 cards. Hope you guys enjoyed this video as to why I hate 60 card lawn mowing, because it's just too fucking good. You'll never brick. It's the fucking story that they tell you in school. And the deck is the best deck in the format. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. You guys see where the deck is now. It's on the floor. It died. So yeah. Alright. Leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'm out. Fucking lawn mowing. That's not all, folks. Please subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Please check out my Cardfight Vanguard channel, VanCole40. You guys will get an insight on our playtesting sessions. And please check out the Zodiac Duelist TV Twitch stream. That way you guys can follow the House of Champions and MCole40 interactions. Please check out MCole Games for all of your guys' trading card game needs. And if you guys enjoyed this content, please check out my Patreon in the description. Every bit helps to the creation of these videos. One step at a time in improvement, and that's the goal of this channel. Alright guys, have a good time, and thanks for watching.